Hey, so I want to start out by saying warning to all headphone users, I can get really loud, I can be really loud. So just a fair warning to y'all before y'all get into this. So y'all have been warned. but hi. Welcome to I'm not sure cuz I don't have a name for it. Y'all give me some suggestions in the description box or whatever because I don't have a clue. Simple as that. I don't have a clue what to call it. Today is Saturday, April 18th, 2020, and I'm in the house. We're all in the house. How does it feel? Before we start this whole little relax, chill vibes, whatever you want to call it, give y'all a little bit of background on me. First off, I am a broke college student. Just simple, broke college student, nothing more, none less. 21. I turned 21 on April 15th, so on Wednesday. Still feels weird. Doesn't feel like I'm 21. I don't know. Feel kind of awkward about it. But that's just me. Um, I'm 5'4". I'm single, boys. Boys. Single. Hello. I'm single. Come holla at your girl. I'm sorry. I'm a mess. I'm not gonna talk too much about myself anymore. Let's start off with how's everyone doing? Like, I wanna know. Tell me in the description box. I wanna chit chat. I just want to know, how are you guys doing? I am doing okay. I have lost my mind officially. All my brain cells have been deleted now. They're no longer there. There's no such thing as brain cells for me. And let me tell you why. So, I think it was like a couple days ago, couple weeks ago. I'm not sure. Lost track of time, so I don't know. Anyway, I decided to go down to my kitchen, rinse out a cup that I brought down with me, obviously. And so I turned on the hot water. Normally, we wait for the hot water to warm up because it's a kitchen and our kitchen water is not automatically hot. No one's is. Anyway, I decided that I was going to do TikTok dances and scroll on TikTok for like 10 minutes while I waited for the water to warm up. Obviously, I lost track of time during that. And so I decided to go back to the water once I realized that it had been like 10 minutes. And I noticed that it wasn't hot. And I'm like, hello? Why are you not hot, water? What's happening? And I realized that I turned on the cold water. So I turned on the cold water, apparently, not the hot water. Thought I turned on the hot water. Yeah. Lost brain cells that day. Think that's when the rest of them left because I waited. I waited 10 minutes for the hot water to get hot, and it was cold water. I've never felt more dumb in my life. Not even gonna lie, never felt more dumb than in that moment. But that just goes to show how I'm doing during this time. It goes to show. Now, I won't be talking about everything that's going on in the world right now. I just want to talk and chill and talk about different topics. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear about, new stuff right now. Simply because everywhere you go, you hear about it. Every channel you turn on the TV, you hear about it. Every time you pull up YouTube, you hear about it. Every social media app is talking about it. So let's not talk about it. Let's talk about some other things, some other topics. I have a ton of topics to talk about because that's all I can do is just talk, 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 talk. If I'm talking too fast, I'm sorry. Let me know. But like, I'm just talking, just chilling. I feel like I'm talking to my best friend, which I have best friends. Hey y'all know who y'all is. But yeah, so one thing that I want to talk about that has been on my mind since I watched this movie is scary movies and the choices that these people make during these movies. When I tell you, this is one thing that gets on my last nerve. It gets on my last nerve how people act in these horror movies. And like, I understand if they were to do like the logical thing, then the movie would be over. But like, can we get one movie that does that? Just one? So that way I can relate to the character and be like, yes, because that's what I would have done as well. And if there are movies like that where at least one character makes the logical choice, let me know, because I don't know. But let me talk about the movie that I watched a couple days ago that ticked me off to the core. When I say the core, I mean the absolute core. So, the movie is called The Strangers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll give you a little background. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But like I said, I'll give you a little background. This movie came out in 2008, and it's about this couple that goes to a family vacation home, which is basically in the middle of nowhere. And it turns out that their stay turns to a night of chaos, basically, and horror, and just a mess, a full-blown mess. But that's not the thing that is upsetting. The part that upsets me the most is the fact that the choices that these characters made in this movie is what led to their death at the end of this movie. And it's the reason that it led to their death, because of the choices that they made. They had like 3 or 4 chances to make it out of this movie alive, basically, or like this little world, whatever you want to call it. They had plenty of chances to make it out alive with no chances of dying. But of course, they died at the end because they made the dumbest decisions of life. And I'm gonna just say it like that. Basically, let me tell y'all one of the times they could have gotten out free without, you know what I'm saying, without dying. But like I said, this is also going to cause a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a 2008 movie. It's got a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, but they don't know what they're talking about, and I'll tell y'all why in a minute. But one of the chances that they had to get out alive was they found a shotgun in a home. Mind you, there's 3 masked killers or tormentors, whatever you want to call them, that are taunting them all night. And they had a golden opportunity because they found a shotgun. This was their golden opportunity to make it out alive. Why? Because these 3 masked tormentors had knives and one had an axe. It was 2 females and a guy. There were knives and an axe. That's all they had. While this couple had a shotgun. So you mean to tell me that they could not have put that weapon to use and made it out of there alive? You mean to tell me that they did not make it out alive and they had this weapon of their choice that they found in this house and they did not put it to use? No, they didn't put it to use, and it still makes me so mad because they literally, all they had to do was hide out with this weapon until morning time, and they would have gotten away. Perfect survival opportunity. But no, they decided leave the gun and basically play hide and go seek with these killers. It still makes me mad. That was just one. That was one time they could have gotten free. Another time they could have gotten free and survived was they were in the car. When I tell you, all they had to do was take that car and drive it on the grass and hit a U-turn real quick and gotten away. My guy, they could have made this U-turn and gotten away so quick. And boom, you out. You done. You survived. You didn't die. Leave the house. That's it. Ain't coming back to the house. You done. That's it. It's over with. No, they didn't do that. Instead, they run back in the house. Why would you run back in the house? You're basically just setting yourself up. which they did, of course. Sorry if I'm getting too loud, but which they did. The next one was an opportunity for the girl to survive, and the guy, I mean, he would have met his maker at that point. Would have been sad, but like, she had an opportunity to run straight out the door and not stop. When I say not stop, I mean not stop running until you got to the police station. At this point, imagine they're in the middle of like almost nowhere. They don't have a neighbor for miles, so obviously no one could hear them scream or help them or whatever, because they're basically in the middle of the woods. But they're on a trail that leads them back to the main road. When I tell you, baby girl, all she had to do was put the jets and hit it and go and not return. There was one more opportunity to overpower these people with knives, that they could have survived this still. So one of the tormentors is taunting the girl, saying, you're gonna die, blah blah blah, right? And the girl is just standing there, just taking it. I'm like, first of all, y'all are two females. If you don't tackle her to the ground, because she won't see that coming, and she wasn't holding a knife at the time. So like, you could literally tackle this girl to the ground, and bada boom, bada bam. Now you got one down. Now there's only two tormentors instead of three. Like, come on now, use your brain. You gotta think. But I get it, flight or fight reaction. But she didn't have either reaction. She just stood there. So like, shock. What was it? I don't know. But I'm sorry, if you're gonna taunt me saying you're gonna die, you're just gonna piss me off. Like, I'm not even gonna be like scared at that point. You're just gonna piss me off and I'm gonna want to attack you. Like, what's up? Like, we can go toe to toe. We both females. Come at me, sis. But no, that ain't what she did. She stood there scared, of course, and tried to run past her. Like, girl, if you don't straight deck her in her mouth for taunting you, come on, sis. Like, you gotta think smarter, not harder. Like, it ain't that hard. But that part pissed me off too, because it just makes me so mad that they had so many golden opportunities to get out alive and survived, and they did not. And they did not. It just makes me so upset, because like, they could have just got out. And then at the end of the movie, right before they got killed, they talking about some, why are you doing this to us? And the killer's obviously like, because you were home. Obviously, like, why else would they do it? But I'm sorry, they had like 3 or 4 golden opportunities to get out this house. So at this point, y'all didn't want to survive. That's how I'm taking it, because y'all did. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And I need a rebuttal. So please, somebody comment, tell me more, give me a rebuttal in the comment sections, because I need to talk about this. But yeah, like, that movie just made me so upset. So upset. And then The Strangers 2, that movie came out like a year or 2 ago, I think. That was a good one, because they had a lot of smarter people in this movie that actually survived. At least 2 people survived, because they were smart in this movie. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all go watch these movies and y'all tell me what y'all think, because I'm still upset about this, that they could have survived. They could have lived their best life after this. Well, maybe not their best life, because they probably would have been traumatized, but they could have lived a life. Right? Am I wrong? No, because they could have lived a life. But you know what? That ain't none of my business. We gonna go on to the next topic. So before we go to the next topic real quick, I want to do some self-promo, some shameless self-promo. I'm gonna need for all y'all to go follow me on my Instagram. Go follow me on TikTok. My TikTok is Tati Nicole _ My Instagram is Yana It's a lot to spell out, so it'll be in the description box. And that's just how I feel. I also have a Etsy shop, so go shop that, girls, guys, whatever. We can't get our nails done right now. Well, I do my own nails, but we can't get our nails done right now, so I am selling press-ons. So go to my Etsy shop. Like I said, it's Nail Lovers. And go get y'all some press-ons. Leave some reviews. Do a little some. Like I said, self promo. What's up? Alright, so the next topic that I want to talk about is a psychopath. Probably like, what? Like, girl, what? But no, like a psychopath. So I took this psychopath test, I believe it was called, or Dark Core. It was called like Dark Core. And basically, you take this test and it tells you if you're a manipulator, if you're a narcissist, if you're a psychopath. I got like 40% or 48% psychopath. So I'm like, help, how am I a psychopath? But apparently I'm a psychopath. And I want to know, like, what is a psychopath exactly? What do psychopaths do? Like, I didn't score very high on being manipulative or a narcissist. I didn't score very high on those, but I scored freaking high on being a psychopath. I can't even remember the website. I have to look at my phone real quick because I don't remember the freaking website for it. So let me go to TikTok. Yes, I call it TikTok. If you don't, then you lame. You missing out, boo, because it's called TikTok. It's called, okay, so the website is IDR Labs. And you take the Dark Core personality test, right? And so basically, your girl is just a psychopath. Just straight up psychopath. Because I'm above average with being a psychopath. But I'm not egotistic or a manipulator. Like, what does that mean? What how am I supposed to go about life? Because I don't understand what that means. Like, I feel like if I take the test again, like, will I get psychopath again? I feel like I don't know. Like, I'm just rambling right now. But there was this movie that I watched, Poughkeepsie Tapes. It's on Amazon Prime Video or whatever you want to call it. And somebody suggested it on TikTok, and she was saying, "Oh, it's so scary. I'm only 22 minutes in, like I'm literally shaking." So I'm like, "Oh, bet. I want to be scared to the point that I can't leave my bed. Like, scare me, sis." So I watched it. It's not a scary movie. It's more of a documentary of this serial killer in the early 2000s that killed people, and he recorded how he did it and stuff like that. So as I'm watching the movie, I'm like, okay, like, this is not scary. Like, unsettling, yes, but scary, no. Like, I'm not scared whatsoever. So then this brought me back, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Am I a psychopath because I don't find this scary, because it's not unsettling to me? Like, let me know. Like, I mean, it just wasn't scary. It was very, very, very unsettling, especially what he did to his victims. I won't say what he did. Like, y'all have to go watch it. But it's really good documentary, and it's really in depth on what he did, how he did it, why he did it. It's very unsettling though, but not scary, not to the point where you're shaking in your boots, feel like you can barely live. It's not nothing like that. And at the same time, I'm like, am I a psychopath because I don't find this scary at all? Because really, I just have a bunch of questions. But I also took criminal justice course. So I don't know, because in my criminal justice course they talked about all the same kind of things. So I feel like now I just have questions about it rather than being scared. Just kind of like, well, why didn't the police do this? Well, why didn't the killer say this? How do we know that the killer isn't this? Why can't the killer be that? Things like that. Like, I just have a bunch of questions instead of actually being scared, because the documentary doesn't scare me. Like, it's informative. It lets you know, like, what he did, how he did it, how to catch a serial killer at this point, basically. And I don't know, I just feel like it just wasn't scary to me. It's not something that scares me. It just raises a bunch of questions, but like, is that normal? Or am I just a psychopath? Or is it because I took criminal justice course for like a year and figured out that I didn't want to do that? But I don't know. I guess. Not sure. Anyway, let's go something else. So I feel like one thing that is I came across it so many times and it's so weird to me, but a lot of people like it, and that's ASMR eating. And that is so weird to me because I hate the sound of people smacking. It triggers something in my brain to make me want to smack them in the mouth. Like, no smacking, please don't do that. But like, that's all ASMR is just, and that is disgusting to me. Like, it's nasty. Like, why do I want to hear somebody smack on their food? That is just the weirdest thing to me, but people like it. People enjoy it. Like, should I do ASMR? Like, how would y'all like if I talked like this? Just very low. Or if I started eating. Like, that's weird. I don't know. I feel like that's really weird. And people like, oh my god, it's so soothing. It put me to sleep. Like, how? How, Sway? How? Let me know. Put me in on secret. What y'all got going on? I want to know. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. Is it weird or is it fascinating to you? Like, let me know. Tell me. Tell me. Because I want to know. There's one more thing that I want to talk about, and that is pimple popping and stuff like that. Now, I'm not even going to lie. Pimple popping fascinates me. Dr. Pimple Popper, I can watch her all day and night. Can I watch her while I'm eating? Heck no. Nope. No, because that's nasty. But when I'm not eating and stuff, I can watch her all day and night. You know what I'm saying? All day and night. And I recently have discovered eyebrow, like the eyebrow hair, pulling it out. Like, that's satisfying to me. See, now I feel like I'm weird. Is it supposed to be satisfying? Like, now I feel like I'm being very weird. Like, tell me, let me know. I don't know. I just feel like it's just so satisfying to watch a pimple being popped, but it's also very gross at the same time. It's just one of those things where it's like, ew, but like, wow. At least for me it is. But apparently a lot of people like that stuff though. Like, I watch it on Instagram all the time. Like, I find it on Instagram. I found this girl pulling out like her eyebrow hairs, like plucking her eyebrow hairs, and that is satisfying. And I'm like, holy crap, I didn't realize how satisfying this is. Like, why do I feel like this is satisfying? I just don't know, but it's so satisfying. Like, I want to know, is that satisfying to you or is it not? Just watching it getting popped, but sometimes it can get very, very disgusting and be like, ugh, that's nasty. I gotta log out, forget my password, can't log back in. I really enjoy looking at blackheads because it's just like, how the heck do they form? Why are they a thing? And how do they become life? I don't know, but blackheads are just something that I just be like, whoa, wait a minute. That's sweet, but how y'all getting this out? But then on top of that, with blackheads, oftentimes they leave holes depending on how big they are. They can leave holes in the skin, and you're just like, okay, like, let me know, sis. I don't know. I just feel like that's another weird one to me. I don't know. Is it weird to you? Do y'all like pimple popping? Like, tell me. Let me know. Like, I'm very concerned for my well-being because I like that stuff. Also, can you guys suggest something that is super scary for me to watch? I've been wanting to watch scary movies for like weeks now, and everything I watch is not scary, or the jump scares are very predictable. Like, I need something that's gonna knock my socks off, make me not want to leave my bed for like a day or so. Like, I need something that's gonna scare me, that's gonna put the fear into my soul. Because like I said, everything else has just not been scary to me. It's just one of those things where I'm like, not scary next, not scary next, not scary next. And that's just how I feel lately. I don't know why. Like nothing, no scary movie has ever been super scary to me, and I cannot understand why. Like, give me some Netflix suggestions, give me some Hulu suggestions, Amazon Prime. I kind of mainly want to do Netflix, so give me some Netflix suggestions. Also, speaking of Netflix, let me give y'all some good Netflix shows to watch that have me hooked. Okay, when I say hooked, I mean hooked. So there's this Netflix show called The Rain. It's about basically like an acid rain that kills people or turn them into zombies and kill them. I don't know, but the people end up dying if you go out into the rain. And this brother and sister survives, and like they meet a bunch of people along the way. Like, it's really good. Another one is Young and Hungry. If you haven't seen that, you're missing out on life. Like, go watch it. It's hilarious. It's crazy. If you're older, you can basically relate to it a little bit more, obviously, than if you're younger. And by younger, I mean like a teen or younger. There's another show called Containment. Got me hooked, and then I realized that there was no more freaking seasons. There's only 2 seasons, I believe, and it got me hooked. And I'm so mad because Netflix didn't put out another season, but that's because no one watched it. But I feel like no one knew about it. So there you go, Containment. There's another one called The Between, or just Between, I think. That's a good one too. It's about basically the government is trying to decrease the population, so they cut off this whole city and made it basically into nothing. But there are people in the city, and the government drops food by helicopter and stuff. So it's like they're still alive, but not for long, because the government wants to kill them off and make it so that their city is not a thing anymore. Basically, it's really good. Another one is Jane the Virgin. Self-explanatory. If you haven't seen it, watch it. After the 4th season, though, it kind of just goes downhill, and you're kind of like, okay, same scenario, and you get tired of it. But oh well. Black Mirror, that's a good one. Different concept every season. So good. I love it. You should love it. We should watch it together and talk about it. And the Santa Clarita Diet, that is so funny. That is the funniest show to me. Boo. I ain't saying it's gonna be funny to everybody, but it's so funny because the parents are zombies, and it's not like your average zombie movie or zombie TV show. It's funny, it's comedy, it's meant to be hilarious, which it is. I might go watch it again. But yeah, so those are just like some of the Netflix shows that I've watched that I feel like you should watch, and like we can discuss more about it. But yeah, like that's it. I'm pretty much done talking. I'm hungry. I need to go eat before I lose my absolute mind. Well, technically I already lost my mind, but I need to go eat. So yeah, that's it. This was weird. First one down, and there will be plenty more to come. Like I said, I don't know what to call this, so give me suggestions, please, so I can know what the heck to call this stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. I feel like I want to take this to like 30 minutes, just so it can be like 30 minutes worth, but the cars are driving by being loud. Oh, sorry if you guys can hear my fan in the background. Yeah, I'm hot. I can't do without a fan. If you can hear it, I sincerely apologize. If you can't hear it, then forget I said anything. But yeah. Oh, also, if you've let me know in the comments how you found this chill session. I guess chill session, whatever you want to call it. Let me know. Did you find it from my social medias? Did you find it just mindlessly scrolling on YouTube or whatever? Oh, also, can somebody tell me how to upload podcasts to iTunes or the whatever podcast app, tell me. I want to know. Because I don't know. And I feel like I can get way more of an audience as well if I'm able to upload it on like iTunes or Spotify or whatever. Yeah, that's it. All right, we've reached 30 minutes. I am out of here. See ya.